over the weekend. We had a couple of meetings down at our head office at Brown Street, meeting small groups of youth groups, talking to them, spreading the message, getting them to understand matters. Because what we have seen, because of the misinformation that's been spread, a lot of the political parties are trying to offer just simple solutions to very complex issues, or issues that needs to have sustainability built into it. So for example, you have some political parties going around and saying, we will forgive your debt if you have a debt at the moment. Now, if you go back to 2014, people who've been accumulating debt since then, or 2013, from universities, you're looking at probably about $600 to $700 million. Are they going to write off $600 and $700 million? I mean, if you have already paid off your TELS debt, shouldn't your debt also be refunded to you, or the amount you paid, shouldn't it be refunded? It's only fair, correct? Why should only the person who's voting today have their debt forgiven? Your debt, if you've completely paid, you should be refunded too, if they want to follow principal position. But they're not talking about that. They're not talking about the bill of $600 to $700 million, number one. Number two is that if you're going to make university going forward, make all university entry free into Fiji, you are looking at potentially about $350 to $400 million a year simply in university fees. Because they've said no cutoff mark, they've not said about that. So as long as I get a place in university, 200, 201 marks, I get everything paid for. They have not said whether you fail or not, will they continue to pay that or not. But they have not said if you change your subjects, if you change your course, will they still continue to pay for that or not. You see, there's all these hidden traps in there which they have not addressed. So you see, the young people of Fiji, in particular those people who have these debts, they really should feel insulted. Because what they're trying to do is trying to say, hey, you will write off your debt, and without you having to ask these questions, they believe you'll follow them blindly. The third point we want to make also, you need to, any policy you announce, you need to have sustainability. We have a very young population. 65% of the population is below the age of 35. Now, if that is the case, then essentially what's going to happen, because you have a young population, we'll have a lot more babies coming through. It's a biological fact. Young population, you have a lot more population growth. So what will happen to your children? Is it sustainable to do this just to get the votes? Will they be able to continue that? Will your children be still able to get free education and free university? The model that the FijiFirst government has is a model that is sustainable. And built into that, for example, if you pay off your 50% of your loan within 3 years or so, we write off the other 50%. That is still sustainable. Various banks now want to participate in that, in paying off 50% of the debt, so the student no longer has to pay the other 50%. They have not told people, we have allowed people now who still have TELS debt to go overseas and work as long as they've got a guarantor. We're allowing that. They've got a guarantor here, so when they go away overseas, some of them are actually repaying their loans from there. Some of them, are going on short-term contracts and they're coming back. We've got a guarantor. Because in the beginning, we had some people, when TELS started, who went away overseas never to return. It's not fair. We're wasting taxpayers' money on them. We're wasting it in a sense because they're not giving anything back to the country. They've absconded. So see, these are kind of things that the young population need to think about, and overall Fijian population should think about. And this is why the message of our leader, the message of the party is resonating very well and deeply with the members of the population, the voters.